Okay, hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of ZMB Talks. You know, I'm always happy to be here, bringing to you nothing but the best of what's happened in this entertainment, especially our artists. Now, my guest today, guys, let me tell you guys a story. So in 2018, Kachinga and I was his co-host, and we were hosting this show. It was designed for upcoming artists to help one upcoming artist to perform at the Mosi DOT in Livingston. So there was like a bunch of artists. Then, surprisingly, you know what happens when you go for auditions. Obviously, you can't just keep quiet. People were rapping outside, you know, playing the guitars, singing, doing their own things. And like I said, there were a number of them. But I went home remembering at least a few performances. And one of them is this guy I'm interviewing today. I think I don't want to call it an interview. I think it's going to be a conversation. Because from then, I think a year or two later, the guy started making waves on the internet. You know, he's grown into, I think, let me not say grown into, he's still transitioning into, I don't know, one of the greatest artists Zambia is going to witness, believe me. Yeah. All right, so this guy is Umusepela Crown. I did know his name when I met him, but guys, I think he deserves the crown for now. At least you deserve it.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's good, man?
Fiance thing, and I ran that film with a video with number for being grateful.
Yeah, I know in your songs you always say "Umuntu machile la kumfwa," but for me it's "Umuntu machile ulele."
Machile de lokum one.
You're waiting to see me, true first.
You know, kulole lokum one anyway.
What's good, Crown? I'm happy to see you, man.
Same here. Ni change na bombe about my expressions, but ndesha.
For real.
Kulangati ningu for we no mwaishu.
From that time, did we meet? Have you ever, you know, had a conversation or?
No.
So this is when we're meeting again.
Yeah.
God is good.
All the time.
I'm happy for you, man. I'm really happy. I love how you keep entertaining your crowds. At least you have a bigger picture.
Yeah.
Do you watch ZMB Talks?
Yes, I'm a huge fan.
I'm a comment saying, Umusepela Crown, Umusepela Crown, Umusepela Crown, to the farm, Umusepela Crown.
Yeah, if you want to mwana kamongande tambako fi ama interviews ya bambi other artists that you've done interviews with.
You don't read the comments?
My comments, yeah, kufumia pa mpashi. So most of the times, you go for the content and then you appreciate what other guys are doing, my achievements back with.
Yeah. True. What kind of person are you?
That kind of person.
Because, Papa, you know, on social media, you come out to be that person who's outspoken. Like, yeah, very expressive. You don't really, I don't know if there's any percentage of fear in you.
No.
That's why you sing about anything now, like.
Yeah, but there's always an agenda, you know. It's easier for you to reach your target one when you know what you're trying to talk about and where you want to be in the next 3 years to say.
So I know Umusepela is youth.
Yeah, youth.
Crown, who gave it to you?
Crown. You know, yeah, so it's okay, yeah, naturally it's just Ukulanga feel like to show you've got confidence in yourself. You know, like every other artist, the inner drive is always important. So I knew that nganaipela limbishna it's going to be hard for me but if I was going to call myself Crown every time I try to mention my name, obviously I'm going to remember that I still need to have that confidence and courage of royalty and stuff. Kind of thing.
I wanted everyone to get it from you. Tell us your real names.
My real names? Mwelwa Aaron.
Wow.
Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
Aaron knew it. You don't even look like an Aaron, my guy.
Yeah.
But then come Sonda.
No, I'm from the Bible. I'm the highest priest, you know.
Yeah. Interesting. Grew up in Kitwe?
Yeah.
Where?
There's a place called Mindolo.
You're also from Mindolo?
Yes.
Oh, that's the thing you had, the show with Umusepela Chile.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was okay, I can say, but not to an extent where I was expecting it to be. But again, you know, too futuristic. So to the untrained human eye, it was amazing. Yeah,
like kind of everybody thing. Starts slow, I think.
Yeah, true.
Nobody wakes up to, you know, like an amazing crowd. Unless otherwise.
That's very true.
But you start from somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
That was really good. What was the motive behind?
It's at first we did a show, but I think that was back in 2016. Mm-hmm. So the support we received, Umusepela ile courage to say, since we started everything from here. Apart Africa already where there's social media, and then atuamba kufika tilakopano, and then the audience is growing. Why not giving back before we even get a lot? So we thought of going back to where we came from and just show them that we still appreciate it. It's a place where all our dreams started from, So it was just simply paying back to the community. Yeah.
Nice, interesting. Like, were you charging?
Yes, we were.
Nice.
Yeah, but the idea was all the money we were getting, we were trying to...
I don't want you to give me the figures, but did you like make at least something, right?
Yeah, we did, but like you're in Mulandi that figure 30 million because it's not look for Makono. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Yeah.
You and Subversion, did you go to the same school?
Yeah, sure.
Guy, I did my research. What school was that?
It was my promoter at where the time we were doing our tertiary education. Yeah, there was a time because we could be in school in the morning to assembly, then in the afternoons we'd go to the studio, and later on in town to promote the music and everything. So it was from that point. So we built it from there.
Nice. Is he the only person you went to the same school with? In this industry?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Interesting. I once saw your thing, your post about interviews. You said something like, I don't remember, I can't really quote the right words, but something like, it's these days when you go for interviews, the interviewer will ask you certain questions. What did you say exactly?
I think what I said was, interviews can either make you or destroy you. Yeah, that was the status I made.
Oh, that's what you said, only that. Oh, okay.
I think what you're saying now only came in because I think
in the comments.
Yeah, in the comments.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, there's somebody who asked me what I really meant, and I
what did you mean by that?
Oh, was you asking me? Okay, yeah. No, it's like this with interviews. I've come to learn that most of the times it's just at the level we've reached. There's too much people wanting to make headlines but social media buzzing and then for a person who is interviewing you, sometimes with them some people who interview you, with them is about the views and growing their names, So sometimes they'd ask you a question that's going to seem simple there and then, but going ikakuruning your artist, because at some point, for example, then and then you start throwing in names to say and then for me to show you that I'm courageous enough, and then I want to finish up, so that's how we also think differently. So some artists limbio throwing name and I could send a person at interview at so Nankuba, for it seems like they know it all, that kind of thing. So I'm always trying to be careful with what I'm putting out, because I believe Fianso for today is going somewhere. So that was my point actually.
Okay, I feel you. I also, just to add up to what you said, I also feel sometimes it's also the intelligence of an artist. Okay. You also have to know how to answer certain questions.
It's true. For people who don't know, because intelligence stab up a default, like it's something that you have, it's different, because there are people, I speak for everyone. You can be intelligent, the next person can't be. But
not really intelligence, like knowing you just need to know what you're saying. Okay. And if you really meant it at that point, you meant it. Okay. Yeah, not that it's a bad thing. I was just adding on to what you said. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So I was surprised that you actually agreed to have an interview with me. You're not surprised? We play games on this show. So tell me, how did you meet Chile?
Chile. There's a studio we were recording at the time we were starting out. There's a studio called ZMB on Productions.
Gen B's on. Is this still running?
Yeah, it's still running.
Okay.
Still running. There's it's set up by one man called Mr. Ian. So I used to go to record to the studio, and Chile was going as well. And then him, like after he listened to our projects and the work ethic, he was like, "Mama, bili mfile macha hapo chimo." By then we nishtatulashtana invent the style that we use. I think that was some 2011, 2012, somewhere there. Yeah. So after we met, then we did a record together. Kasa mfika pepa combo ni maisho. Guys, my stories. And then since then, so kwasa mbokula banomba idata. I can't work alone. Like I'm always trying to catch up with Chile, and Chile is trying to catch up with me. So unknowingly we found out that the energies were the same.
You somehow sound the same style.
Oh yeah.
That's how come you even came up with the Umusepela Crown and the Umusepela Chile.
There's a funny story attached to the Umusepela tag, because it's like every other wood, takwale bateko atila pamwe mpia. So they were appointed Chile na kwate mpia. So ngari pila kudi ba producer yala bat Chile featuring Crown. They need, but necessarily in project yes once. But na inenga na kwata bat Crown featuring Chile. So if to wale mfa bueno fida. So we thought to ourselves that okay, what can we add to our names chakwe bati ngatwa imbo yafu mafika ni chimo, and then the title. So we came up with Umusepela. Yeah, Umusepela, we added Umusepela to our names. Umusepela Chile, Umusepela Crown. So every time we recorded, it was coming out as Umusepela Chibili and the title of the song, so that nobody confuses it to say,
that was smart.
We are Chile. So after we did that, and then we were always trying to improve, you know. So we thought to ourselves that if today I'm like any other rapper, you know, let's add something to whatever we're putting out there, because if you want to be noticed, you need to be unique in some way. So we started inventing the style, not up at the moment, because we were not really conversant with the speed and also trying to make sure that although first the words, the message still communicates, you know. So it was a process until we had it all figured out.
So sometimes do you guys write the songs like, yeah, here, Chile is here, and I say, no, guy, let me see what have you written. Do you do that?
That only comes in if we are doing a joint story, like to connect, to say, oh, wapona bunch first back to that kind of thing, but not really saying, hey, what is Ashan? No, we don't do that.
Oh, so when you're on the track together, it's Umusepela Shibidi.
Umusepela Shibidi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. That's dope. You say the song that you had, kind of Kapita Mkomboni, right? Feeling Kabwanj, how did you feel? Tell me about that feeling when people actually say, that's your song.
I think it's one of the things that helped us to realize that okay, it each time encourage you to say we were not only built for this small audience, we can always grow it. So what do we do to grow it? That's where my ideas each time invent style and then trying to be unique came in. So it was from that inspiration, like wafumapanga ndaba kupundila bakuita this is interesting nakalishina na ipela then nabambi bachita conform. So it was an awesome experience up until now.
Nice. And how's the response from the Deluxe album?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really amazing.
Tell them how you got it. They don't know. These days, people are using social media for the right reasons. Oh, yeah. We should be like you. Just shoot your shot, man.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so on this particular day, like Ninji Kalafi, I think I was in the studio. Then I thought to myself, like, because most of the times what I do is sometimes I even just get the number of any big artist just to call them, just to know, okay, my reach. Sometimes I do that. Big man, this is Umusepela Crown. Song I about, hey, muntu anda chani, vapondo, vadifimfuapo, yeah, like, you know, that kind of thing. Song I chata Umusepela Crown wakwisa, and I just cut na unku wombesha again, just so that next time kwikabe. So I thought to myself, okay, since on Twitter, yeah, I know handle yaka chef, let me try to ask him opo if the Deluxe. Afona lemba. big man, Deluxe album, malipushwa record daka na ngitala mlapuisha mpose mochi verse.
Did he respond on Twitter or he called you?
No, it was on Twitter.
He responded?
Like first on Twitter, like I just did a tweet and then offline. So kai Twitter to alibele, kai Twitter alipsana na ama handles yani. Kuma Facebook tuli ma Kings na kuma Insta, but Twitter, ofile wako sasa. So nasa dabo ko fika ina alibele la Twitter, tuma 10 notifications shana. Ndesa ngubwelela kona isangana ngo 25 that. Yabashani mama tag up. Kubwelela ko kusasanga Chef has responded.
What did he say?
He was like wa Crown ku ama DM. Te ku stokela mofe bagelo. Yeah.
Apparently noticed Chef has become like the king of Kapenama rosters or whatever.
Okay,
he's got good comebacks.
Yeah, so after nasa imoni and then nasanga pena bagay na bachita pe retweet na then nama comments. But I decided to read between the lines. You know what is he saying? Because umuntalanda vintu. So when he talked about DMs, I was like, okay, so maybe he's trying to tell me jingile mu DM then tumo for your lab. So and then I retweeted before going back foot. Okay, big man kanshi. If you touch that kuingira mokai takuwa hapo kubajinga umuntu tu wadabo washala pasini.
True.
So time that's how I went to my inbox. I'm bakamba mwatu walilazo wanachani fintu, and it was like no, it's actually the party on a bad blood the old muntu, and I just found an opportunity to make people laugh and watch talk of interact and everything. Before I could even answer to that, it was like I've got something that would really fit you. Yeah, that's my WhatsApp line. Antominako WhatsApp.
For real?
So I was like, okay. Phone save a number. Dombakatuishi fia chile chitika. I think nalimtumia a message, but he didn't see it. And then Twitter asanje banakambia sana tumena kambi text saying mama pondo tulelera nati wa MTN tu bakuletelera big man nini tumakale. Yeah, you know. So after that I sent the project and then we worked magic.
Nice. I know your fans are going to kill me if I don't let you flow, you know.
No,
please, you can't do this. Crown, the same verse that was on the thing. Now I want it.
That verse, we should try to still master it.
I don't care, even though you remember 2 words today.
Ineta kwa lipofilia tiyo mpitile muli chite pakutila muli record mfiche ngo ule chitika DJ I built from scratch fiansefe finkwete nga minus mwala imona difference dife one bob but na ikosa defense.
Yes, now it's up to you guys.
The album is not really out, so I wouldn't want to.
They have to pre-order on Vesesani, you know.
They just have to order because pre-order is when the album is not out. So when it's out, it's out.
It's out.
So
not that it's not out.
It's out.
Are you for real?
Yeah, it's out now.
That's why I don't have it. I thought it's not yet out.
No, it's out.
Because if it was out, I was going to get it. So guys, it's up to you guys to buy. So you listen to your favorite rapper. Okay.
I'll
want some bit of teach me French bit.
Okay.
All right. So here's the thing. I know you're friends with Chile, but how do you feel the fact that he's signed under a record label now? They're still independent. How is that? Are you still friends? Are you still friends?
Oh yeah. You know, the time everything was happening is he called me. It was like, bro, there's this thing going on. Because the good part about me and him is we always envisioned this. And then if you've listened to most of our records, we were never with the idea of being signed. You know, yeah. True. So it's we believe in having meetings. When you check the contract, you need to have some things favoring you so that you know what you're getting into. So there was a point like the time they approached him, they're like, okay, there's this. They've had several meetings just to make that deal go through. So we were always talking. Oh, boy, so it's just me realizing that okay, since I'm with Chile and then is got signed. Obviously now it's working. But you're
allowed to do records together, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Sure, like it's there's not like with me it doesn't work like that. Like fairly but my restrictions with the headphone guys are always okay, and then they're always flexible to work with me, especially. So kulabati every time, and then we're still working together. It's just that not on songs, on videos. Yeah, like Bella Fetch Paper, I shot it. Chile shot it. There's COVID-19 warning, and then there's a record called Mr. Minister did. I shot it. So it's just we trying to work outside.
Okay, so you're also a videographer.
Should I better first title?
But at least sometimes behind the camera.
Yeah, I've got people who are always guiding me. For example, Tim Button.
Okay, Button, come and sit. Crown. I'm gonna go.
No, let him do it.
All right, cool. Yeah. So there's one thing I've also noticed about your music last year. You kind of like took a different turn, rather direction, in terms of wanting to speak on behalf of the community. You released songs like Vakansela Vesu, National Identities, COVID Warning. You did a tribute to Dave. Again, what was the motive behind that? Is that a way of coming out different?
It's I'm one person who values relationships and conversations because it's from them my ideas are born. So there's this one time the conversation with my grandfather. So it was like I was telling him about the music. Like and then he was like, I was like, what do you mean? Like, what about family? I was like, I know. Then you should be speaking your mind. I was like, okay, this is deep, something to reflect on. So it was like, if you want to be somebody what about talk about the basic or not talk about anything, just stay quiet. But if you want to really make a difference and an impact, try to talk about things that people can relate to. Of course, I'm about school about metaphors and stuff, but at the end of the day, what's the message? Music you obey in its entirety. You know, you need to say, okay, my music is based on this. So from that time, I learned to look at things, observe more, and then bring out a concept, add the creativity to it, and then bring it to life. Yeah, so it's I think it's a process. It's a developing process that made me take that line, because from that time people started relating more, you know, because I wanted, even the Vakansela song you talked about, I wanted it to start from the community, because at some point we were talking for Zambia and I was like, Zambia hakula vesti, again if you wait vesti, I start from my area so that I start building from there. So kwa sababu kwa tukuwela kukun mapano and then rebuilding. Yeah, nice, that's the idea.
You don't have a crush?
No.
Don't be scared. Just tell me.
I know Crown is my name. How can I be scared? You know, Fearless is my middle name. You know it. Yeah, should I name crush first?
Not yet.
Katish cover. I don't have a crush.
Okay, nice, interesting. So we've seen these record labels emerging, right? And I haven't really heard you say about this, or maybe I missed it.
I think I said something about it. There was a time I've come to notice that when an artist makes a post, most of the people ababa negative are artists as well. You know, so there was a time I think Kalandanya was more popular before Nexus. Yeah, so the time Kalandanya came, and at that time they were signing only these big artists, and then they were established. So people were complaining to say, Anish tava signing ako an upcoming artist so that they build on them and everything. So my observation was, and my response was, I think their motive is even bigger. It's not just about being known in Zambia. You know, for a long time now we've been struggling to break grounds international. So I think labels like Kalandanya Nexus and many others, they are trying to help these big artists to be heard out there. And then there are a lot of things involved, because for a person to feature people like Davido, there should be impieshing. So on your own you can't really do it. So these guys are coming in to smoothen the process and everything. So every company has got a strategy. The fact that you don't know the strategy, rampage to say
instead talking.
So with me, I value research and then understanding what these guys are about. So I tried to put people on the right track to say research before you make a comment, because social media no start where people are saying want to and then the to a point feeling you want to be signed to either one of the labels, and then what's up it's my screenshot guys.
I like that. I like that. I know you speak for the people, but this time you stood with your artists, your fellow artists.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say one of them approaches you, or let's say they all approach you at the same time.
Okay.
Would you accept? Or if the contract is favorable, so.
Yeah, for the growth of the industry, the Zambian entertainment, because that's what really matters to me. At the end of the day, it's not just for me. Any story yes, but they really wanted to die for the people, and then all that. So with me, it's if it's for the betterment of the industry and me putting other people on, definitely, why should I say no to that? Because this time, negative energy, so I'm always trying to be positive about certain things if it's to work the way I want it to be.
Nice, interesting. And I love the fact that you mentioned you love to be positive about it. And I think this is the narrative that we have to at least gate and develop. If we continue saying, no, why are artists not making it? I was reading this post where some guy said something like, I think it's high time that we stopped complaining to say, why are we not, crossing borders, ABCD? And he said, it's time for the artists to also make music that's going to resonate with the outside world.
I'd say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with that, because it's if I'm to sell Zambia, I'm supposed to be Zambian. You get the point. And then at first, before if Wizkid and Burna Boy didn't win the Grammys, we're going to sit down and discuss that. But they've shown us to say, even with the original sound, you know what you believe in. Because if we can have people vibing to your music here in Zambia, I think it's an epiphany to say, obviously they can vibe to your music. So I think staying original is one way we can obviously penetrate, because I wouldn't love it if somebody was to say, Crown with Mukadi, others would be proud to say, but in my natural sense, I would be like, I need to make sure that people just say Crown with Mukadi. So with the type of music we're doing is okay, and then or maybe not because we are a growing entertainment industry. So that's where these guys are coming in. I mean, these big record labels, they're trying to study the market, what it takes for us to be out there and everything. And then because we've been having collabos with other artists outside Zambia. Talk of Bena Roberto, Bena J-Rocks, even Bena Magtu, they've done tracks in Uganda, but people don't want to notice that they just want artists from Zambia, Oksa Mbafe and say, Nangat, Jay-Z. That's when they will say that. Now, we've been a finger, still people would go like, we buy him papas, we buy some vocals. People are not learning to appreciate the art, So it's the confidence should come from us. If they see, because even we making trends on Twitter, it's just people from Zambia hashtagging, and then you get to be on that bar. There are things that are trending. So if from that we can drive a point to say, if we can make it there, and then the supporter gaining we can also be making it to other awards and that kind of thing, because it would be pointless. Muli awards na mkwata Umusepela Crown here pa Africa, and then you go out there and vote for somebody who's not from here. That kind of thing.
True.
So it's really about selling the original idea, because in a flashy video about state watambe, because they've been doing that, but if I do a story that's deep, that's from Zambia, they will learn something out of it, because I'm telling my real life situation. So I go with selling the original idea and the true identity of the country and the industry.
Okay. Yeah. Dope. So like I said earlier on, you and I met at the 187's competition, right?
Yeah.
So currently, would you join any other competition? Let's say they're also saying, no, I hope an upcoming artist. Can you join?
At the moment, I think I wouldn't. Not because I'm not supporting what they're putting out there, but it has really taken me a lot of time to gather the confidence that I have now. So going to contest and then 3 people tells me no, like I would feel I'm not doing enough. And then there are people who don't know how to comment. They can just tell me that music is not my thing, And then this is when I'm believing, like I'm believing every day to say I was born for this. And then I go to a contest and then they align but women the 5 film, which means no. So it would disturb my confidence and my line of thought towards the industry. So at the moment I respect the auditions and the competitions they are putting out, but at the moment I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. So what's next for you, man? Any shows? I know there's this COVID. Yeah. We have to still meet up to the safety measures. So now I'm asking this not because I want people to come and make Chintuwingo at your event, but do you have any future plans of maybe hosting again the Mindolo, whatever, bring it to Lusaka or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. The dream is always growing. When you do one thing, chimono kwa tempi. Yeah, nangu church plan upon ala kwa ta iwe nangaza mpela 10 kwa chana pishama edina shwata mpela 10 mwantu wa kwa des. But nishta chipangira 50. When you give me a 50 still na number of file up. Same with the dream. When something that of wale rota of if you are coming to life, you want to always build on. Often whenever we nataba the rest. So it's me and every other artist who wants to see this thing grow. Every day, like I want to organize a show that's going to be bigger than the shows we've organized before. So I'm always up for challenges and I'm willing to learn and to grow the audience. Yeah. So Amashwaziena, we are going to be making, and then with the right people and the right team, fit flavor successful. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So, album at Shandy, anything like that?
Oh, an album. Album ni. I think especially for the first album, I think they should give it definition EMB. Okay. Because it's a collection of songs that define number. Because these things we do like EPs, mixtapes and singles. It came on a very good day that but for an album it should if we gave it, then the connection from the first record up until the last one, you're able to explain. I'm not supposed to come here and the album. You ask me about the album or something. It's just crazy. It's magic. The energy. No, I should explain what it was all about. So I feel this time I'm trying to study the albums, how they go about them, and really come up with something that's fulfilling. Because if I'm going to do an album because the next person is doing it, then I'm drifting away from my dream and the vision. So at the moment I wouldn't say I'm working on any album because I've not really gotten the knowledge that I need to put songs together and call it an album.
Okay, let's just say you had an album. What name would you give it?
I've not thought about it.
For real?
That's a title. Man, to be honest, now I've not thought about it.
That can be a dope title. For real, I've not thought about it. Like, Suna Ganza Poche.
Yeah,
it's like, you should give it a Bemba title. Shan, how can you say that in Bemba?
Shatonton Kanyapo.
You're in the album name.
Oh, last foot. Shatonton Kanyapo.
So, I'm so happy that you joined me today, Crown. Maybe the name Umusepela Crown number.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't advise for you to get a crown.
So what?
Because this time a crown does not equal excellence. Okay. So, but I China more. You know that? Nakawa Tsnakodetela Fiati, Wawina will best presenter because you're one of the best presenters we have in the country. So yeah, true. I always follow the works that you do. And I must say, that one has for me, you know. Sometimes so we're appreciating what you're doing, and then you should keep up.
Cheers.
And it's good we are growing together because, like you said,
you know,
from back in the time, I think I even asked you. So I don't know when I competition. Then you
then I was like, no, I'm presenting.
What's my VIP? And then it's like, okay, yeah. Then we meet again. So yeah.
I didn't set the number VIP Crown. I didn't set the number VIP.
I just made that up to spice.
That's why I just made.
Also, you got it.
Name. Okay, Crown. Thank you so much. When next are we expecting you?
Every time we've got things that we're working on, and then Tokatakuka free time, I'm always making up time for you because people who are doing great things are supposed to be appreciated, and the only way I can appreciate you guys is bringing this crown to your studios, and then you look at it. Yeah.
Interesting, dope. So you said you call artists just to find out if they know. Yeah,
they're rich. You know, sometimes they do that.
Today we're going to do it to a fan. We're just going to go in random person and tell them I'm with Umusepela Crown. We'll see if they know him.
Oh, sure.
Cool. I hope he picks up. Hello?
Yes, man.
Hi, Uncle Peter.
What up?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. Uncle Peter, I'm with Umusepela Crown and he's saying what's up.
Umusepela Crown? Oh.
Yeah, he's saying what's up.
Hello?
He's saying what's up.
Oh, thanks so much. Tell him I'm a big fan.
Okay, all right, cool. Bye.
All right, bye.
See, I just made you realize to say you've got fans out there, boy.
Yeah, sure. Nice.
You see, my uncle loves you. That's why I actually called him.
Likes me. Likes.
He loves your music.
Even better.
No, he loves you. We had the same debate with some guy today. It's not, he loves he loves you and the music.
Yeah, okay, I really appreciate it.
Shout out.
If people loves you and your music, it's even easier for them to listen to the next record.
He's a big fan. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this interview. Oh, before we go, what are your social media handles?
On Facebook, there's a page, Umusepela Crown. You can like it, or you can follow it, or you can do both. Umusepela Crown. So, and then on Instagram, there's Umusepela Crown Zambia, and Twitter, Umusepela Crown, and YouTube, there's Umusepela Crown. You can subscribe and ring the bell so that every time we drop something, you'd be the first person to see it.
Are you dropping anything this week?
Yes, I think I'm dropping something. Oh no, I'm sure I'm dropping something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dropping. I think it's supposed to be called Breakfast Freestyle.
Breakfast Freestyle.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, breakfast. So I decided to, if I can't reach out in real life, let me put out music that's going to satisfy them in the morning.
When they wake up.
Yeah.
All right, shout out, Crown.
Yeah.
Hoping to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Soon.
Yeah.
And all the best, man.
Thanks,
and coming. I hope you're ready to receive it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, shout out to everybody who's liked, subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please, guys, we need your subscription. I've been your girl EDNA, the People's Bay. Now, before I leave, everybody these days is fond of betting. Like, a lot of people are betting these days. Now, I'm going to advise you guys to join this betting company called Mailbet, okay? Register with them. Just search for the website. Believe me, you won't go wrong. And if I say something, a minute. Bye, till next time. Mwah.